G'day guys, Justin Picker from Deline Property, just giving you a quick video today on the 3 tiers of lending. So I just wanted to let you know there's obviously 30, 40 different lenders out there that will give you finance. Just kind of categorizing these into a little bit more of an easier understand approach. So really our first tier lenders are going to be your big 4 banks, ANZ, Commonwealth, Westpac and NAB. These guys are going to give you a good mix of policy and also rates. So when kind of building a portfolio, I generally find that most of my clients would start with the big 4 banks, as they're starting out and building their portfolio. Second tier lenders, these guys, some of them are focused for more your mum and dad, just buy one property and maybe one investment, less risk, but their rates will be slightly cheaper, and because they're taking on less risk, they can offer that. Then you might also find that some of these second tier lenders may have a niche policy, which may work better for your scenario, or also for investors as well. So an example of this would be members' equity. In their policy, you don't have to declare investment property holding costs. So what that's going to mean is that most of your big 4 banks will use 80% of your rental income, and then they need a holding cost, generally of around $200 to $300 per month, added on to your investment asset. So that can really reduce that liability. If you've got 4 investment properties with the big 4 banks and you're kind of tapping out with servicing and you're declaring, $300 in investment holding costs per property, that's $1,200 a month that you've got to add on to your serviceability calculator. If we go to someone like members' equity, they don't do that. So that $1,200 buffer there that you're not having to declare, because that's their policy, means that you could probably borrow some more money with them. So that's where for property number 1, 2, 3, 4, it might be with the big guys. Property number 5 and 6, maybe someone like members' equity, where you can get a little bit more serviceability from them due to their policy. And then you've also got your third tier lenders as well. So someone like Pepper, really, really good in this space. Pepper sometimes gets a bad rap because they will pretty much do a deal on most scenarios as long as it makes sense, but they do charge a premium for that. So if you've got bad credit or you're kind of outside policy or really tapping out with your first tier lenders and your second tier lenders, Pepper are a really good option. One example of this is they will assess you on your actual repayment. So if you're paying interest only on 6 properties with 4 with your big 4, 2 with members' equity, usually they will also put a buffer on that if they will be assessing you at the principal and interest repayment. Even though you're paying interest only, all of your majors are going to be assessing you on that principal and interest repayment. Pepper, on the other hand, will assess you on your actual repayment. So if you're only paying interest only on these deals over here, you're going to get even more serviceability with Pepper. So then you might find that, property number 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially, you might be able to purchase that with Pepper, even though, you had blockages and stoppages there at property number 4 with your big bank. So it's very important that we use the lenders, obviously in sequence, and making them work best for your scenario as well to get that serviceability. Again, it's all above board, it's all to policy. So these are the common things that I'm seeing with my investors who, if they're having dramas here, might actually look to go with some other options out there as well. So I hope that helps, gives you a bit of a nutshell on the lenders and a bit of the strategy that most of my clients are taking, and obviously investors through Deline Property as well. If you need to chat further, if you feel like you're getting a bit stuck here with some of these other lenders, we can have a look at some outside solutions and see what we can do for you. Hope to hear from you soon. Give us a call or an email and we'll go from there. Thank you.